Hey there. Short walks every half hour for at least 5 minutes may offset the harm caused by too much sitting around, and this is especially important for people needing to combat systolic blood pressure spikes and blood sugar spikes. This information comes from the Medicine and Science in Sports and Exercise, published by Harvard Health Publishing of Harvard Medical School. Venus here. I do care, and I'm working on these things too. So visit me here whenever you need company or motivation or that reminder, and let's get up for a mini break. I'll entertain you while we go for a 5-minute walk. And I'm creating binaural beats layered under the background music that are designed to help lower blood pressure. I thought, what will it hurt? Let's give it a try. We don't need to rush, we just need to get moving. So whether you can put an ear pod in and take me for a walk outside, or walking on the spot while focusing on the beautiful scenery behind me here, let's do a walk and talk, okay? You walk and I'll talk. Okay, let's go. So, to keep you company on this walk, let me tell you some interesting facts about walking that you may not know. While people all around the world go for walks and hikes, we all have very different experiences on these little adventures because we're walking through different terrains, seeing different types of wildlife. We're all living in different climates all around the world. For example, I've grown up watching squirrels. Their fat, fuzzy tails and the way they make rainbow shapes whenever they hop around is so cute. But my friends from Mexico marvel when they see squirrels and want to feed and try to pet them, as they didn't grow up seeing one before, and they want to interact and get to know this tiny creature better. Meanwhile, when I moved to the Arctic Circle, Inuit children not only have never seen a squirrel, they've never seen a tree. Trees can't grow on ice floes, from ancient coral reefs or stony shores. Our perceptions of the world we walk upon, they can be very different experiences. Now, here's another fun fact. The longest walk around the world was completed by a former neon sign salesman named Jean Beliveau. He walked 46,600 miles around 64 countries, and it took him 11 years to do this. Can you believe that? 11 years that he just kept walking. Well, anywho, we all know that the recommended steps to take per day is 10,000, so how do countries compare? The average Australian takes about 9,695 steps per day. The average Japanese person takes about 7,168 steps per day. The average Swiss takes about 9,650 steps a day. The average American, just 5,117 steps a day. Non bueno. Anybody know how the average person in the UK takes? I'm not sure. But I do know that the difference between someone who is overweight and someone who is in their fitness weight zone usually takes about 5,000 steps more. 5,000 steps. So instead of the average 10,000, aim for 15. Actually, I aim for higher because I'm trying to get off a few pounds right now. So I try to find beautiful places to wander so that it doesn't feel like work. It feels like fun. Now, these facts actually hit me for a couple of reasons. For 2 years, I've walked over 26,000 steps a day, and if I go to work and if I go to a fun park for a day, I can easily hit over 30,000, and yet I never lose any weight by doing this by itself. That maybe alarms me a bit, but also it assures me I haven't been lazy. Dang. What are your first thoughts hearing these facts? Let me know in the comments below. Anyways, given that the world is about 25,000 miles in circumference and that the average walking rate is 3 miles per hour, it would take a person walking non-stop approximately 347 days to walk around the world. Well, that's less than a year. So, it is a small world after all, huh? It would take an average 1 hour and 43 minutes of walking to burn off 540 calorie Big Mac. Say no to the golden arches, people. I think we all know this. We're just so addicted to that salty smell, huh? Wow. Let's cut that out. That would actually help quite a lot. Okay. So the best way to lose weight by walking is to take a longer, moderately paced walk of about 40 minutes. Shorter, faster walks, say 20 to 25 minutes, are best for conditioning your heart and lungs, getting that oxygen in there and circulating. So my first thoughts when I hear this fun fact: I really need to take a close care of my heart these days because my blood pressure has been doing strange things. So I wish to prevent and treat the swelling in my lower legs, ankles, and feet, which is very new to me this year. And I mean, these 5-minute breaks in a work day and attending school, which forces me to be seated or in one spot for extended periods of time, they're super important. So these 5-minute walks are the first step in meeting my needs for my health. Secondly, I have to be mindful to take these 20-minute walks, and I do this twice a day on days I'm not swimming. But I'll be honest, I haven't been doing any 40-minute walks lately, though I have been swimming a lot. And while I know I'm just so tired when I get home at the end of the day, there's so much to do when I get home, I know before I head to sleep, maybe this is when I need to get that 40 minutes in to drop the weight to protect my heart and lungs. And I do know losing even 5 pounds can make a huge positive impact on my daily health needs, even my mood. So yeah, that's a big ramble, but do anything I'm saying from my life resonate in anything in yours? Walking briskly for 1 mile and 15 minutes burns approximately the same amount of calories as does jogging an equal distance in 8.5 minutes. And I know that even if all you do is tread water or walk through the resistance of water at the beach, for example, you're still burning calories there too, which is really good. Also, it's good for your muscles. Well, I'm not sure. You really have to do this for the long run, these little walks. And it's not selfish to take your breaks at work either. I think a lot of employers kind of depend on or somehow create more reasons and unexpected meetings and maybe a little pressure. Maybe even some of your coworkers are causing the pressure to not have your breaks and work through them. Cut that out. There's a reason the unions fought for this stuff if you've got a union helping you. Take your breaks. Get moving. Do something to make yourself feel better. We sit too much in the Americas. They make us sit too much from very young ages onwards. We've got to cut that out. For your health. For the longevity of your life. For the physicality of your own independent mobility for your body. And I say this because I was an athletic kid, and I'm very lucky my parents gave me the chance to play sports, especially in my day as a girl. It's a lot more popular now for girls to be doing all the sports guys do. And with the guys, back in my day, there was a lot more peer pressure for me and my parents from other people not to let me do it. And that's a real mistake. Take care of yourself. This is the only body we get. And age, well, the longer we're blessed with it, the older we get, there are surprises that are come our way. And so I want you to move as much as you can, with as many pieces as you can move, in any way that you can, because it does help. And I'll tell you this, since I wrote this script, and I did write this script actually a few months ago when I discovered my problem, I've been swimming a lot. I'm taking these mini walks. I'm not doing a big walk yet, but that's the next step on my agenda because I've plateaued. But I can tell you this, I've lost 16 pounds in 1 month. I haven't starved myself, although I'm making better food choices. Any one day that I cheat and have a pop, or just a mini McDonald's sandwich, or the breakfast sandwich, I've learned that that's a big mistake, and it can cost you a whole week's worth of progress. But these mini walks, plus all my water intake every day. I remember to drink some clean, fresh water. If you're lucky to have that access, do it. It's a favor to your organs. It will help your blood pressure. I was in a danger zone for a couple months there when I first started VTubing, and I can tell you that I'm not in a danger zone anymore. And I had to do it every single day. Get your mini walks in. After you've been there, if you need to stretch, you get up and stretch. Whatever part of your body you need. If you're in pain, if you've got nerve damage like I have, get into the water. If you don't want to swim, you can walk through it. If you don't know how to swim, but you're not afraid of the water, tread the water. Even treading water is really good for you. You can burn a minimum of 200 calories every half hour. And, well, I am swimming for more than a half hour every day. But if you can do it, please get out there and do it. Take those mini walks. If you've got a pet, they're going to love you for it. Every hour, take them out for 15 minutes. Take them out for 5. You know 5 is better than none. And all I can tell you is, I didn't see the results at first. But by the end of the month, heading into the second month, they finally showed up. And it makes me feel a whole lot better. And I'm telling you it works because it worked for me. So I'm not trying to nag. I'm trying to encourage. And I'm telling you that I'm an example that's really happening for. So, Msoul, you know, I'm not sure, but I think I've talked your ear off for a little more than 5 minutes. But if you've stuck with me this long, congratulations and thank you. Whenever you need the company, whenever you need the motivation, come on out here to my channel, Venus Callida, and just turn on one of my motivational videos here, and we'll do a walk and talk. You walk, I talk. But make no mistake, I'm walking over here on my side of the monitor too. Every day. Even if it's just little bits, every day. Get up and move around. It's not selfish. It's smart. Take care of yourself. Nothing makes me prouder. I hope you keep coming back and let me keep you company when someone else is not there to keep you company on your little walks, doing your little stretches. It helped to kickstart and motivate me, and I'm hoping to kickstart and motivate you to get out and about more often. I know it helped me for real. Happy walking, Msoul, and I'll see you next time.